Hi guys, we're starting on chapter 8 and that is page 61. So if you're following along, turn to page 61 and here we go. I'm at the living room window looking for Macy. We're getting together to watch One Last Summer. I don't really get what's so great about it, but it's Macy's favorite movie and she begged me to watch it. We're going to make a whole movie night of it at her house, so it's going to be fun, even if the movie is only okay. Macy's mom has a huge flat screen TV in her bedroom, and since she's going to be out on a date, she said we could use it. We're going to turn off all the lights in the house like we're at our own personal theater. We're going to make popcorn, we're going to have red vines and orange soda ready. Usually I would just walk down to Macy's house, but she's coming here first to say hi to Emma. Emma can't say hi back or even smile yet, but she's pretty cute to look at when she's not screaming. I see Macy walking up the block and I get to the door in time to pull it open just as she presses the doorbell. I make her jump, but she recovers quickly and gives me a hug that knocks me back into the house. Hey, JD, Macy says when she notices Dad on the couch. And JBSE. JVSE, I ask. Jillian's baby sister, Emma, Dad says like it's obvious. And maybe it is to him and Macy. And maybe to him and Macy it is, but I don't think that way. YG, JD? YVG? Macy gives Dad a high five. HT? Dad asks, how's things? The only reason I know that one is because I've asked before. MBAY. CC, Macy says. Dad whispers to confirm. Can't complain. YGI. Who under the age of 40 says can't complain, I ask. Why, JBFF does, Dad says. You two are weird, I say. YWA, says Macy. Yes, we are, Dad laughs. Macy washes her hands in the kitchen before kneeling down to say hi to Emma. Emma is looking as innocent as can be, wide-eyed with awe and a new face to stare at, as if she hadn't been hollering her head off 3 minutes ago, because, well, who knows why she was crying that time? She just stopped on her own. Macy is holding out her index finger, brushing the side of it along Emma's tiny fingertips until Emma's hand wraps around Macy's finger and hangs on tightly. To be honest, I love doing that too. It falls in that 10% of cute things that she does. Sometimes I get her to hold one of my fingers in each of her hands and pretend like we're dancing. But if I tell Macy that, she's going to want to do it too, and I want to get going. So I say, Macy, movie night? Oh yeah, right. See ya, JD and HAGN. YT. Even though it's warm out, the November sun doesn't last the way a summer afternoon does. There's already a little orange in the sky. I see what you mean about Mount Coffee Table Barometer being off the charts, Macy says. We learned about barometers in school last year. They're kind of like thermometers for air pressure. The Mount Coffee Table Barometer is an indicator of how stressed Mom and Dad are. There's always a mess on the coffee table, kind of like there's always snow on Mount Everest, but the size of it changes. Once or twice a year, they manage to clean right down to the art books and unopened mail. Right now, the pile has gotten to be 2 feet high in the middle, and half of it is pamphlets and articles and magazines about babies with hearing loss, which is really weird. Why is it weird? Why wouldn't you want your parents to be looking to read everything they can get their hands on? No, I mean the words hearing loss. Emma hasn't lost her hearing. She just never had any in the first place. True. It's more like your parents are the ones with the loss. They can hear fine. No, I mean, they were expecting to have another kid who can hear and everything, and now they're going to have to get used to the idea that they don't. You know, you're annoying when you're smart, right? Macy just grins and shrugs. Back at her place, Macy starts the movie and gushes about how the on-screen romance between Franz and Kyla is one of the sweetest things she's ever witnessed. Have you ever seen a movie so good? A relationship so real? It's no Velzevar or anything. A Velzevar is a strong romantic psychic connection in Vidalia. It's what keeps Gwenella fighting for Maglon, the knife throw from the north, even when all hope is lost. What? Never mind, I say, when I remember that Gwenella doesn't learn about Velzevars until the beginning of Hearts and Arrows. So Macy's never read about them. She's only read Swords and Secrets, and that's because I begged her to. Is that a magically delicious Vidalia thing? Magically mysterious Vidalia, and you know it. A Velzevar is the deep emotional connection Gwenella and Maglon have that. I stop when I realize Macy's eyes are back on the screen, mouthing Kyla's and Fran's lines. She doesn't ask me to continue. Instead, I take a red vine, bite off the tip with my teeth, and stick it in my orange soda. Sucking sugar for a color out of a straw made of sugar named for another color. There's a first-class joke in there somewhere, but I can't find it. Normally, I would ask Dad for help, but nothing at home feels quite right anymore. Mom and Dad drag through the day like every smile is an act and every joke a performance. And at night, Emma keeps all of us up with her screams. Mom and Dad walk around like zombies who are half asleep instead of half dead, and in a tired dance of diapers, laundry, and pamphlets about hearing loss. Dad is so sleepy in the morning that he tried to feed us granola with sour cream instead of yogurt twice. And he didn't even laugh when the second time I told him, that is sour cream, but that's not our cream. Before Emma was born, that would have killed. In Vidalia, Mom and Dad's green hues would start to fade, and other people's they passed on a journey at the market would notice and transfer a little extra energy their way. And when they couldn't make it out of the house, others would think of them and make sure that they made it through the day. Instead, we're in this world, where no one has an aura and no one really knows what anyone thinks of anything. My best friend Macy is right here, and I think I know her pretty well, but imagine how much more I'd know her if her aura shifted to let me know how she's feeling. And that's my best friend. How much better would it be if we could see the auras of people we don't know as well? People like Profound. A bubbly wave washes over me at the thought of him, coating everything in a tingling, warm, but leaving behind a film of self-consciousness. I wonder what Profound would think of One Last Summer. I don't think he'd like it, especially not the ending where things work out just the way you expect them to, and everyone is happy. He likes things a little more complicated, and complicated is certainly about how I feel about him. I'm so deep in my head that I don't even notice that the movie is over and that the credits have started until Macy starts pelting me with unpopped kernels of popcorn. There you are, she says when I finally turn my head her way. Now you have to pick them up. What? You can't leave my mom's bed a mess, but you threw them. Yeah, but they're closer to you. That's ridiculous. I'm about to complain when Macy breaks into a grin and starts picking up the yellow kernels. Fine, but don't say I never did anything for you. So, were you daydreaming about your crush boy? I do not have a crush on him. I don't even know what I'm feeling yet, but it's definitely not a crush. Were you thinking about him? Among other things, yeah. You have a crush on him. I wish you would just stop saying that. I wouldn't have to say it if you would just admit it to yourself. Whatever. We switched to a cartoon about Talking Pig and his pet goose and duck, who all talk. But all I can think about is Profound and how irritatingly right Macy thinks she is. Chapter 9. Join me for Chapter 9 on the next episode.